welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia. For those of you that are stopping in for the very first time, welcome, and I'm so pleased that you decided to tune in today. And for all my returning subscribers, so good to see you again, and thank you for stopping back by. Now, in today's video, I am going to be decorating this console table right here. Now, this is my entryway table in the living room. And I am going to be decorating the top portion of this and this bottom shelf here. And I'm also going to take this lamp that I'm showing you, which I have been debating about transition this lamp out into something else. But I'm going to show you a very creative way to update your lamp without having to buy a new one. So let's get started. Now, before we start decorating, as I mentioned in my intro, I am going to be upgrading that lamp that I showed you, my buffet lamp. And I'm going to do that by creating a blooming lamp. And so right now I am showing you this metal vase that I already own. And I'm going to take this metal vase and I'm going to upgrade it by painting it. Now, I have used this. If you looked at some of my other home tours, I have used this vase before, and I like the farmhouse rustic style, but I'm going to upgrade it this season, and I'm going to do that by using my white Waverly chalk paint here. And as you can see, I have on my little gloves here so I won't mess up my nails, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab a little paint on here, and then I'm just going to add some strokes and start the painting. Okay, now I'm just showing you the finished product, and this is how it's looking. And what I did is I came in and painted a little bit on the inside edges just in case I wanted to use it for something else later. And it is almost dry because I took my gloves off and everything. And this is how it's looking. It almost looks like it has like a gray cast to it, but I love it. Still give me that farmhouse look, which I don't mind. And so I'm just going to let these dry a little bit longer. And then we'll come back and I'll show you how I decorate them. So stay tuned, you guys. Okay, so now everything is dry. I just took them outside and let the sun just dry them thoroughly so they're all set. So now I am going to show you how to create this blooming lamp. So these are just some of the florals that I have pulled from my stash that I'm going to be using. And I'm also going to be using my favorite garland. I tend to decorate with that a lot. And so these containers here, they are really lightweight. So to give them a little weight, I'm just going to take this rock here and I'm just going to place this down in the bottom like so, just to give it some weight so it won't topple over, even though this lamp is not heavy. And so now I'm just going to take my lamp here. I'm just showing you this lamp that I have. It's not a heavy lamp. And so if you're going to do this, replicate this idea, you want to make sure that the base of your lamp will fit inside the container. So you probably want your container slightly a little bit bigger than the base part of your lamp. And so that fits in perfectly. Okay, so I put that in there. And so now we're going to start adding in all our greenery. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and take this garland And I'm just going to wrap it around the circumference of the base of the lamp. And I'm just going to insert it, push it down a little bit at the base of the lamp. Make sure it's in there good. And what I like about this particular garland is that it is so sticky and it gets caught together quickly when you work with it, or when you bring it home and put it in a bag or something. When you buy it new from Hobby Lobby, which is where this garland came from, it gets stuck all together. And it used to annoy me, but now I found out it is perfect for decorating florals and arrangements. So what I'm doing now is I'm just fluffing this out, and I want it to look kind of wild-like, as in how things appear in nature and in the forest. So I'm just making sure that I fluff it out and give it some form and shape, just like that piece right there. And then I just start adding in the florals. So I'm just going to add my florals here, and it will stick. I want to make sure I got my lamp turned the right way, because make sure that the lamp is facing the direction that you're going to be turning it on. So I was just making an adjustment there. And so now I'm just going to start adding in the florals. And there you have it. This is all done. And this is the color scheme that I'm using in my living room. So I'm not adding any blue into this. I'm just going to use my green hydrangea here. And I might add another white lilac here. But this is how it's going to look, you guys. And I am going to show you everything once we get this console table decorated. So stay tuned. So now this is the result, you guys. I am just showing you that I have added both blooming lamps to my console table here. And I do like the white paint that I added to the base of those metal vases. It gives a nice contrast between the color of the console table and the vase, because when it was just metal, it was basically blending into the console table and it wasn't popping like I wanted it to. And so now I like the contrast. So leave some comments below and tell me, what do you think? So I'm just bringing you up just a little bit closer so you can kind of see that right there. And so we're going to continue adding layers onto this console table. I've decided to add this white tray in the center. And I'm just going to test it out and see how it goes. And I'm just going to add on the next piece. So now I've added a second layer, and I've added this wall plaque, and it says Our Happy Place. So I'm going to continue adding more layers to this console table. Okay, you guys, I decided to remove the birdhouse, and I placed a little miniature metal house, as you can see in the center. Now let's move on down. Now I have started adding my greenery in the center, and I am going to add some birds to this. And I am going to add in these little cute babies here, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, and this is the third one. I'm going to go ahead and add this one now. I had to run upstairs and get that one. For some reason, I left him. And there we go. We have our little trio there. Okay, so now the thing is, what are we going to do to address this area in here? And then we're just going to move down to the bottom. I'll come back to that later. So now we're just going to move down to the bottom here and see what we can do with the bottom. So I decided to add some candlesticks into this basket because my lamps, they give off bright light. So sometimes I don't want the bright light coming from the lamps, so I would prefer to have the candle light because that gives ambiance. So I think we are complete with the top of this console table. So now let's go ahead and move down to the bottom portion, and we've got to deal with those ugly wires right here, and I have a solution for that, and I'm going to show it to you. So to cover up those wires, I am going to use this wall piece here. It is so big, it's taking up the whole frame, but I'm going to go ahead and put this down below, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I've added that wall plaque to the bottom of this console table to hide those unsightly cords. And so now I'm just going to add one final piece to this console table, which is going to be this bird cage here. I used this in the spring, so I took all the florals that I considered Easter out of here and just left the white. So I'm just going to go ahead and install that now. And I think that is going to be the only piece that I'm going to be using down to the bottom of this console table. And I'm just going to center that on the table there. And I think that's all I'm going to need there. I'm trying to do less is more for this console table because sometimes I put a little bit too much. So stay tuned while I make final adjustments.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the sky sometimes hides behind the clouds. Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside? It really makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I wonder.
Okay, this concludes my video for today. I hope that the ideas and the items that I shared in this video brings you inspiration in your own home decorating. And for those of you that have stopped into my channel for the very first time, please kindly give this video a big thumbs up, kindly subscribe, and share this video. And for my returning subscribers, mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you so much for your loyal support. So until the next video, happy decorating. And for those of you that are celebrating Father's Day, happy Father's Day to all the fathers around the world. Bye-bye.